You're using Figma auto layout wrong, and it's making your designs 10 times harder than they need to be. I'm about to show you the game-changing workflow that top designers use to create responsive layouts in minutes, not hours. Here's the problem most designers face. You spend hours manually adjusting every single element when your design needs to change. Text gets longer? Everything breaks. Need to add a button? You're repositioning 50 different objects. Your components look perfect on desktop but completely fall apart on mobile. Sound familiar? This happens because you're treating Figma like a static design tool instead of leveraging its most powerful feature, auto layout. According to Figma's 2024 State of Design report, teams using auto layout properly ship designs 40% faster than those who don't. Let's fix this right now. First, select any frame or component you want to make responsive. Look for the Auto Layout button in the right panel. It looks like 4 small squares with arrows. Click that Auto Layout button and watch the magic happen. Your static frame just became intelligent. Now here's where most people mess up. They leave everything on the default settings. Click the Direction drop-down. Choose horizontal if your elements should sit side by side, like navigation items or button groups. Choose vertical for things like form fields or card content that stack on top of each other. Next, adjust your padding settings. This controls the space inside your auto layout frame. I recommend starting with 16 pixels for most interface elements. Click the padding field and type 16. Notice how your content now has breathing room on all sides. The spacing between items is crucial. Click the gap value between your child elements. For buttons or navigation items, try 12 pixels. For form fields or list items, 16 to 24 pixels works perfectly. This spacing will stay consistent no matter what you add or remove. If you're finding this valuable, hit that subscribe button. We post tech tutorials daily to help you master design tools like a pro. Here's where auto layout becomes incredibly powerful. Select your auto layout frame and look at the resizing options. The default is HUD contents, which means your frame shrinks or grows based on what's inside. This is perfect for buttons or tags that need to adapt to different text lengths. But for containers that need fixed dimensions, choose fixed width or fixed height. Click the resizing drop-down and experiment with these options. Watch how your layout behaves differently with each setting. Now let's talk about alignment. The alignment controls in auto layout are game changers. For horizontal layouts, you can align items to the top, center, or bottom. For vertical layouts, align left, center, or right. Click those alignment icons and see how your content repositions instantly. Here's a pro tip that will blow your mind. You can nest auto layouts inside other auto layouts. Create a horizontal auto layout for your button group, then put that entire group inside a vertical auto layout with your heading and description. This creates incredibly flexible, responsive components. The fill container option is where things get really interesting. Select a child element inside your auto layout frame. In the resizing section, choose fill container instead of HUD contents. That element will now stretch to take up all available space. Perfect for input fields, text areas, or main content sections. Let's create a real example. Make a new frame and apply auto layout set to vertical with 16 pixel padding and 12 pixel spacing. Add a text element for your heading, another for description, and a button component. Watch how they stack perfectly with consistent spacing. Now duplicate that entire auto layout frame. Change the text content to something longer. Notice how the button stays in position, the spacing remains consistent, and everything just works. This is the power you've been missing. Advanced users should explore Auto Layout's wrap feature. Enable this when you want items to flow to the next line instead of extending beyond your container width. Perfect for tag lists or icon groups. Click the 3 dots next to Direction and enable Wrap. The Absolute Position feature lets you break elements out of the auto layout flow when needed. Right-click any child element and choose Absolute Position. Now you can manually position that element while keeping everything else in the auto layout system. Great for close buttons or notification badges. Here's another game-changing feature: you can animate auto layout changes. When you prototype in Figma, transitions between different auto layout states create smooth, realistic animations. Your spacing changes, content additions, and resizing all animate naturally. Component variants become incredibly powerful with auto layout. Create button variants for different sizes, and auto layout handles the padding and content fitting automatically. Your design system becomes more robust and easier to maintain. For complex interfaces, use auto layout's advanced options. Negative spacing can create overlapping elements. The canvas stacking feature controls how elements layer when they overlap. These advanced controls give you pixel-perfect control while maintaining responsive behavior. Remember, mastering auto layout is essential for modern design workflows. Teams using these techniques ship faster, create more consistent experiences, and spend less time on tedious manual adjustments. According to recent Figma user surveys, auto layout proficiency is now considered a core skill for UI designers. The key is starting simple and building complexity gradually. Don't try to convert your entire design system overnight. Pick one component, apply these auto layout principles, and see the immediate benefits. Then expand from there. These auto layout techniques will transform how you approach responsive design. Your components become living, breathing elements that adapt intelligently to content changes. You'll spend less time fixing broken layouts and more time focusing on user experience and visual refinement. At TechNavigator Pro, we help you navigate your tech journey with confidence. Subscribe for more tutorials that turn complex design challenges into simple, manageable workflows. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest tips and techniques.